Hey, Gemini, we got motherwort or strength. And this is I'm going to read the insert from the Herbal Astrology Oracle Guidebook, right? So that's the deck that I'm reading from. And motherwort can represent strength, essence of creation, connecting to the creatrix within, fertility, birth, creativity, inner trust. The botanical name Leonoris cardiaca comes from the ancient Greek leon for lion and aura for tail, referring to the plant's leaves which resemble a lion's tail. Cardiaca pertains to the herb's actions on the lion heart or on the heart. As a whole, the name translates to lion-hearted, a term that speaks to motherwort's action on the physical cardiovascular system and the emotional spiritual heart. Motherwort has a strong history of use in both Europe and Asia, and is associated with aiding mothers and women. Many cultures have used motherwort to honor their goddesses of fertility because of the herb's association with Venus and the moon. It was considered a protective plant, especially useful in spells to guard pregnant women and their unborn children from envy or evil air. It was often planted around homes or hung in from doorways, as it was said to keep unwanted guests, both physical and supernatural. Motherwort was either smoked or burned to use for smoke cleansing, as it would drive bad spirits out of the house, and many species of motherwort were used for heart protection and for counter magic to reverse a curse. Japanese folklore tells of a town where the main water source was a stream fed by rainwater trickling through the hills of motherwort. The inhabitants of the village drank daily from this stream and were bestowed with extraordinarily long life, up to 130 years old. Ancient Greeks used motherwort to treat anxiety, depression, heart palpitations, and nervousness in pregnant women. In traditional Chinese medicine, motherwort is used to invigorate the blood. Like the radiance of a lion's heart, motherwort's energy builds inner trust and confidence. Lion-hearted, motherwort is representative of the beauty we possess when we own the power of our gifts and creativity. The goddess sits centered as the lion leans on her in a state of peaceful delight, symbolizing the unwavering faith we must keep as we transcend old fears. Venus, her planetary ruler, is like a midwife to our happiness, channeling how we accept and transmit our desires, or our heart's desires. Find new ways to facilitate creativity that honor and reveal your passions and strength. Devote yourself to fertility of your gifts and courageously accept your divine destiny. And I have a few thoughts on this while I was reading. This is interesting because motherwort and in general, the idea of course, when we think about a mother's strength, it's probably one of the underestimated forces in the world. But when it came down to the essence of reading this, it was more so the idea of the benefit that we get out of living and truly being and existing in alignment with what our heart truly wants. And when it comes down to the idea of Gemini, I think a lot of us should understand that Gemini is it's associated with a few things, which brings to mind more things. One is associated with youth and the idea of that story, that Japanese story where, the river that was supposedly filtering through like a motherwort herb gave long-lasting life, right? So the idea of youthfulness was something that was just came to mind, and that idea of but living through the heart, I think, is interesting, because the exuberance that a lot of Geminis would be associated with it's something that is there's a particular ancient understanding of Gemini, and that was essentially just the messenger, right? The endowment of the God's message to spread. That was something that I think a lot of us really don't have an understanding of in terms of the traditional society, the way we kind of think about Gemini now, or the way we don't think about Gemini or any of the zodiacal understandings. But that idea of Gemini, in terms of what's a lot of you guys are really able to do, right? And really honestly put on this earth to do. Living through the heart, the benefits, the direct benefits, the very real direct benefits that you get in doing that aren't something that we can't ignore. And and especially when we talk about today's life, right? So we get this idea, this this message, and essentially what I'm picturing is this person getting this message and having this excitement and energy and going around and using that energy and using that energy to spread that message. But the other end of this coin is the person who does not do that, right? The person who gets the message, but they hold it. And what it does to that person, the benefits that person who is exuberant about spreading the message is one thing, but that's holding of the message, right? That's the shadow spectrum there. What are you not getting? And what is the life that you really need to live in order to really fulfill this purpose that's in alignment to what you need now? I think we need to look at that. I think we need to take a look at what that message is, and are we living in true alignment? And you can get that message out in various ways, in terms of the idea of Gemini being a messenger. Today we have podcasts, YouTube videos, all of these things, and you don't necessarily need to start off as at the top. It also rules over reading and, the gathering of information, being just excited about learning in general, right? So it is the sign of learning, and teaching, right? So go out and truly start to live in that space, and the benefits that come with that is something that you can't pick that. You can't just pick that up without the cost, or without the expenditure in terms of actually going out and living this life. And that's what I'd recommend for pretty much everyone involved here.